Douglas Bickford. It's the 1st of May, 2021. Hooray! Spring is sprung. Anyway, uh, this is Douglas Bickford from Christmas Valley, Oregon. And our self esteem has been trained out of us literally from when we were little kids. Because when you're a little kid, it's very easy for you to accept, to feel goodness because they haven't been to school and to church, and they don't know anything except for little kids between the two-year old and 6 7 years old. They don't learn anything, but what they do learn is what their parents teach them. If they have good parents, then they learn to love themselves. It's called self-esteem. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, okay? And everything that's going on around us now, okay, I'm talking about television, radios, newspapers, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the social outlets, okay, are teaching us not to love ourselves. That's why on TV, everything has to be perfect, okay? The reporter, whether it's a man or woman, has to have the perfect look, the perfect haircut, the perfect clothes. And they edit videos, they edit everything that goes on TV. I mean, they got editors and have producers, and they edit out any imperfection. Okay. That's what they do. And the reason they do it is so you don't realize, you think that the world is perfect. And you go there, and they know you're going to go there, and you expect it to be perfect, what you're watching. The perfect run-ins, the perfect people in all the advertisements. It's an illusion, folks, because reality is you, yourself, just the way you are right now. Okay. Most of you, and the other thing is about the TV. There's a reason they put on the news that starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning, all the way up till 8 o'clock, and then Good Morning America kicks in, and then the soap operas kick in. If you're a woman, staying home, the soap operas kick in, and then there you go, 5 o'clock at night. Here it comes again, the evening news. Then they broadcast evening news from 5 o'clock till like, I don't know, 7 o'clock or something. Then again, it starts. Believe it starts at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So they get you in the morning before you go to work, and then they get you at night before you go to sleep. Okay. And so you can't get away from it and then you go in the morning, all us working stiffs out here, right? You get in your car, here's what you do. You grab a cup of coffee. As soon as you get out of bed, man, it's true. I got coffee, right? And then if you smoke, you grab a cigarette to go with that coffee, okay? Then you're drinking the coffee, and you're smoking the cigarette, and then you flip on the television, and you got to watch what's going on in the world, okay? Then they pound you with all the good news, all the bad news, all the stuff that's going on, right, all over the planet, okay? And at the same time, they're telling you all this good and bad stuff, right? And you feel good because, I'm connected now to everybody, and everybody, then you're connected, and you feel better because you're watching the news, and you're watching all the perfect women. And if you're a single guy, you're looking at them and go, whoa, Wonder what she'd look like naked. And then they show you just a little bit. The women show you just a little bit. And the perfect look, you can just you fantasize about the girl, right? And if you're a woman out there, I don't know what goes on in women's head, but I know what goes on in a man's head. Okay, because a man's thing is all about visual, and and they know this stuff about us, right? And then you get in your car and then you turn your radio on. Whether you turn your radio on to a news station, whether you turn your radio on, which will just repeat what you just watched, right? And then, or you turn on the music, whether it's country, whether it's rock and roll, whether it's hip hop, whether it's a Christian, whether it's, you know, orchestra or whatever you like. Yeah, switch it to that channel. But here's the evil of all of it, the TV radios. Okay. They're throwing in subliminal messages tell you are a person of you are worthless. Okay. But you don't know it that's going on. It's the same way with television. They tell you how worthless you are. And then it gets in your subconscious, okay? And then you get depressed. You go to work and you're making your living, right? And most of us, you live from payday to payday. All right? That's too much time I got. I don't want to make these too long. Then you get to work and then you go home and then you turn the TV on again. Anyway, so they've taught us not to love ourselves. Okay. That's what all the subliminal messages are about. And the reason is because they sell us a person with low self esteem, no self esteem, will buy to make yourselves happy. Why do you think there's an ad every 3 minutes when you're watching TV or listen to radio? Why? Why do you think they're selling you stuff you don't need? Because they know. I'm telling you, man, the television was created for this reason. And only way to get away from it is turn it off. Turn off. Don't turn on your car radios. Don't turn on the TV at night. Get rid of it. And now they got the same thing on your laptops. They got the same thing on your computer. It's called social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. Don't go watch these people. They're still trying the same thing. Because you go to YouTube, even Facebook, they're always trying to sell you something. Every 2 minutes, if you're watching a video on YouTube, boom, here comes the ad. Then the person, they all make money off of YouTube, right? The person, whoever you're watching, then they always sell their t-shirts, their mugs and everything. They're always selling you something because they got you right where they want you. No self-esteem, so you buy. And millions of you will buy from these maniacs, okay? Anyway, here's how you stop the madness. Turn off the TV, turn off the radios, quit watching all the maniacs on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else you go to make yourself happy. Because you'll never get happiness from buying anything. You never get happy from watching the news or TV, any of it. Terminator, Conan the Barbarian, all the big ones. Do you know it's so bad that even in the piped in music in Walmart and all the grocery stores, they're throwing in, you can't hear it, but you hear there's subliminal messages in there too. You know why? Because they need to control us, all right? They've been doing it to us for years, okay? They need to control us because they don't think we're worthy of doing it for ourselves, okay? Taking care of our own. But I got the cure for you. This works. It's called mirror therapy. I got this from a book from a lady that's got a PhD in psychology. Her name's Susanna McMahon. The concept come out of a book called The Portable Therapist. It's what saved me. It can save you too. Seriously. This concept can save you and make you happy. You want to always be happy, but you'll have self-esteem. You'll have internal security that you never have got before from anybody. You're not getting it from a church. You're not going to get it from AA meetings. You're not going to get it from codependent meetings because nobody teaches this concept. I'm one of the only ones, probably the only one on YouTube teaching this concept. It's not coming from me either. Okay, it's coming from a doctor of psychology. She knows what she's talking about. But she's not on YouTube talking about it because YouTube doesn't want people to have self esteem because then you wouldn't go to YouTube watching all the maniacs sell you junk that you don't need. And most of it comes from China. Okay. Here it is. From Douglas Bickford to you, it will change your life if you do this. I kid you not, man. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Okay. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Say, I am worthy to love and to be loved. Say, I'm not going to live in the past. I'm not going to live in the future. I'm going to live in the now. Say, I am full of goodness. Say, I accept and acknowledge all the emotional pain of my childhood past, all the way, all my emotional pain. I accept and acknowledge and I don't deny it all the way up to the minute that you're saying this. I just said it this morning. I say it every day. And say, I take responsibility for any pain, anything that I've done. I take responsibility for it. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. Say that, say all this. And then say this daily. I kid you not. Oh, I love my inner child. Very important because we all have an inner child that's screaming out at us for attention. Say, I love my inner child. I'm going to take care of my inner child. Now, what I recommend you do, folks, is write it down and put it on your mirror. Serious. And then do it daily. Soon, immediately, I kid you not, immediately you'll start feeling a difference. What have you got to lose by trying this? One little thing, one little concept. It's not going to hurt you to do this, folks. What can it be? You can like, oh, Douglas Bickford doesn't know what he's talking about. It didn't work. But I promise you that if you do it and you keep at it, because self-esteem, you will gain self-esteem by doing this. It's the only way that you can get it. Okay. And it's the only way that you can get it. But you got to keep at it. It's like lifting weights. Okay. Um, it's not going to make you happy all the time, but it'll give you an internal sense of security. But you will get, if you do this, you will get the truth from inside. You won't have to look outside for the truth anymore. You'll get it from inside you. I believe it's God that lives in us. I believe that God is our conscience. But if you don't believe in God, replace God with goodness because we all have goodness living inside of us. I believe that God and goodness are the same thing. Okay? I'm telling you folks, it'll change your life if you do it. I can't even reiterate. It's so simple. And goodness, God made it that way. And it's been trained out of us. But like I just said, all the media, all of it. I haven't watched TV for probably, I've never been a big TV watcher, and I've never been a radio watcher or a radio listener in my car. That's why I got communicated. That's why I'm doing this message, okay, because I could hear it, okay, because he got through, and I had to go through a 3.5 year destructive, uh, toxic marriage to figure it out, okay. I had to go down to nothing where I lost everything, you know. And I did. I lost everything. Okay, I went. You can see I'm living in an RV behind me. But guess what? I am happy. I have eternal security. I'm happy from inside. There's people all around me with $500,000 RVs, or $100,000, $200,000 RVs, and big trucks to go along with the RVs, and all the toys that people try to make themselves happy with. And I'm probably happier than any one of them because I have one one 1987 Dodge. Man, I have one 1987 24-foot RV, right? And some clothes, enough food, and three cats, and three guitars, and blah blah blah, right? But I'm healthy, and I have got everything I need, and that's how they've got us by filling your closets, filling your you gotta have more stuff to try to make yourself happy. And as soon as you buy the thing that you're trying to make yourself happy with, it doesn't make you happy anymore. So then you got to go buy more happiness. That's why women have 100 pair of shoes in their closets. That's why men have 100 pair of shoes in their closets. You never use them. That's why you have 100 guns in a gun safe or whatever, 5 gun safes. That's why you have 3 Harleys. That's why you have 4 cars, right? That's why you have a 4 bedroom, 2 bath house with a 3 car garage filled up to the brim. That's why you have an RV, 2 motorcycles, 2 lawnmowers. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. How many boxes do you need to make yourself happy? How many clothes do you need to make yourself happy? How many cars does it take to make you happy? Anyway, if you do what I say, you won't be in that position anymore. So just think about it seriously, folks. Share my videos, like my videos. I'll have more later for you from Douglas Bickford out here in Christmas Valley, Oregon. Have a great day.